Hello student, today we discuss the topic about composite transformation. Before we start the composite transformation, what we learned in before session is that homogeneous coordinates. So what is mean by homogeneous coordinate? So in homogeneous coordinate we perform or we followed some sequential process, that is, first of all we translate the coordinate. After that this translated coordinate is rotated and then scale this rotated coordinate to complete the composite transformation. So basically homogeneous coordinate means what? Homogeneous coordinate system means we have to transform some 2D object in 3D numbers, or we transform the 2D numbers into 3D numbers. Okay. So in this homogeneous coordinate we have to know that there is a fixed equation, that is fixed formula, that is P dash is equal to P into M1 plus M2. So first of all we follow the translation, after that rotation and then scaling. There is a fixed formula we have used, that is P dash is equal to P into M1 plus M2, and first of all we perform the translation, and in the translation there is only the M1 is changed, that is identity matrix. Okay, so the identity matrix means what? Identity matrix means their matrix are 1 0 0 1. Okay, so after that for rotation the M1 is changed, that is we used M1 is equal to rotational matrix is equal to cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta, and then for scaling the M1 is equal to scaling matrix, that is Sx 0 0 Sy. The Sx and Sy are the scaling factor for x and y plane. Okay, so here in the rotation and scaling M2 is equal to 0, and only in translation the M2 is equal to translation matrix, that is Tx and Ty. So after that in homogeneous coordinate the matrix are T is equal to the only factor, that is Tx and Ty, and we have to calculate the x dash and y dash, and in that we have used some dummy coordinate, that is w, and w is equal to 1, and this 1 value is a default value. Okay, so the s dash and y dash is the sw, xw and yw. Xw means x into w and yw means y into w, and the 1 value is equal to for w. Okay, so in the translation some P dash is equal to P into this formula is used, and we get the x plus tx and y plus ty and 1. Then after that rotation, in the rotation cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta is used, and we have to calculate the resultant matrix, and the resultant matrix is equal to x cos theta minus y sin theta, x sin theta plus y cos theta and 1. And after that the scaling, in scaling there is some scaling factor is used, and we get the resultant matrix x into sx, y into sy and 1. Okay, so in this homogeneous coordinates there is one example we had discussed in previous lecture, that is rotating 45 degree about the origin and then translating 1 unit in x and y direction. This is the first question, and after that the second question is translated 1 unit in x and y direction and then rotating 45 degree about the origin. So the in that there is a rotation matrix R is equal to cos 45 sin 45 minus sin 45 cos 45. here is the 45 is nothing but theta value, that is theta is equal to 45 we have given in this question, and the resultant is result is 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2 0 minus 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2 0 0 0 1, and then after that the translation matrix is 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 1 1 1. Okay, so here there is a translation matrix, here is 1 1 because the value tx and ty is equal to 1. Okay, so in that we calculate the r into t, that is the rotation, and after that the translation, and the value is here, and we calculate the a dash, b dash and c dash is equal to this matrix, that is 1 0 0 1 1 1. This is our a b c coordinates, and this 1 1 1 is equal to w value, that is the default value 1. Okay, and after that this matrix is multiply into this resultant matrix, and we get the answer, that is 1 by root 2 plus 1, 1 by root 2 plus 1, 1 minus 1 by root 2 plus 1, 1 by root 2 plus 1, 1, 1 root 2 plus 1, 1. And then the second question is, we calculate, first we translate 1 unit in x and y direction, and after the rotate it in 45 degree. Okay, so the procedure is same, and we got the result, that is 1 by root 2 3 by root 2 1 minus 1 by root 2 3 by root 2 1 0 2 by root 2 1. That is, we see that in this here is r into t, the value resultant matrix is different compared to the second one, that is there is a, if we have changed the sequence of our translation and rotation and translation, that is sequence of transformation is changed, and then the value or the matrix is changed. Okay, let us see our today's lecture, that is composite transformation. In composite transformation, a transformation of the plane T1 is followed by the second plane transformation T2, then the result itself may be represented by single transformation T, which is the composition of T1 and T2 taken in that order. This is written as T is equal to T1 into T2. That is, in composite transformation, the plane T1 and T2 is composed and the result is equal to T. The combined matrix T into X, that is T is multiplied into X, is equal to X into T1 into T2 up to the Tn, where the matrix Ti is any combination of translation, scaling, rotation and reflection. We have seen that in previous lecture the basic transformation, that is translation, scaling, rotation and reflection, and the matrix Ti is any combination of these transformations. The change in order of transformation would lead to different result, as in general matrix multiplication is not. That is, in previous session we see that if the sequence or in order is changed in matrix multiplication, the result is different as compared to our original general matrix. Okay. The basic purpose of composite transformation to gain efficiency by applying a single composed transformation to a point rather than applying series of transformation one after another. In the composite transformation, where the order is changed or sequence is changed by multiplication, the result is changed. That is, A into B is not equal to B into A. Okay, so In this composition transformation, rotation about an arbitrary point, to rotate an object about an arbitrary point xp yp, we have to carry out 3 steps. Means for composite transformation is follow some step, that is step number 1 is equal to translate point xp and yp to the origin. Then second step is rotate it about the origin, and number step 3 is equal to finally translate the enter of rotate back where it belongs. Okay, in matrix multiplication is not combinative, that is multiplying a by b will not always end the same result as multiplying b by a. Therefore, obtaining composite transformation matrix, we must careful to order two matrices so that they correspond to the order of transformation on the object. So here in the composition transformation there are few steps is followed, that is first we have performed, suppose we have performed the rotation. So what is the rotation is? Rotation is nothing but moving the object in some angle. Okay, so the in performing the rotation in composite transformation, first step followed is translate point xp and yp to our origin, that is moving the our point, that is original point is moved to origin. Okay, then after that rotate it about the origin, that is rotate our point in some angle theta, and finally the translate the enter of rotate back where it belongs. Okay, here this is the image of our composite transformation. First image is, this is our xy plane and this is our x and y coordinate. We rotate this xy coordinate, that is xy point, in some angle, that is theta angle, and this is our new coordinate is x dash and y dash. Okay, then after we rotate the point of theta angle, after we rotate the point in some theta angle, we will get the x dash and y dash coordinate. So this is our first image, that is a rotation about an arbitrary point. Then second one is, if we want to rotate this point in some angle theta, we have to follow some steps. So this xp and yp point is first translate to our origin, that is 0 0, and then where it can be rotate theta, then after that it go back to our, this point is moving to our origin point, then where it can be rotated, that is theta angle, and after that it go back to our point, that is original position. So move the origin, you have to move so much amount of x, that is we have moved to the origin, this point is moved. Okay, xp and yp is moved to our origin, that is 0 0. Then we have to move our xp in x plane, that is so much amount of x value is decreasing, that is minus xp, and move so much amount of yp, that is y, that is y is decreasing. So this xp is moved to our origin, xp is decreasing, that is minus xp, and yp is so much amount of y is decreasing, that is y is moving, and the value is minus yp. Okay, then so moving from this point, that is origin point, to our origin 0 0, then after you have to rotate this point in some angle, that is theta. Okay, so here the step first, that is translate point xp and yp to the origin. We have moved this xp and yp to our origin, and after that the second step is rotate it about the origin. Means you have to rotate this point, this one is x and y is rotate in some angle, that is theta angle, and then it move back to our origin position. Okay, this angle is moved, that is theta angle, and we get x dash and y dash. Is this rotation is done in our origin, that is our 0 0 point. Okay, and after that the step number 3 is followed, that is translate back to the original position. In this figure, here this point, okay, xp and yp point is go back to our origin position, that is you have to perform the translation from this origin to here. Okay, means you have performed the moving this xp and yp from here to here, where xp is the distance of across the x axis and yp is distance across the y axis. Once you have moved to the origin, see that rotation is done here, and they have to rotate the object, okay, that is point in some angle, and then after the rotation point is go back, that is the xp yp is go back to our original position, that is fixed position. So going back to our position is nothing but inverse translation. So performing this, you have to move so much amount of x and so much amount of y value is moving. Okay, so after that, second thing, you have to perform the rotation. After you have to rotate, you have to return that object to its fixed point. So let us see the matrix representation. So here you see that first thing is translate the point xp and yp to our origin. After that, rotation this point in some angle, that is theta angle, and then after that translate back to our original position, and this is nothing but the retranslation position. Okay, retranslation. Then after that, what is the matrix representation? So this is the translation matrix. T1 is equal to minus xp and yp, because here the x and y value is decreasing. Okay, where you move to our point to our origin, this x and this y coordinate is decreasing, that's why the x and y value is negative, that is minus. Here the translation matrix is 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus xp and minus yp and 1, that is tx is equal to minus xp and ty is equal to minus yp. Then after, this is the rotational matrix. So here we have to here write the rotational matrix, that is R is equal to cos theta sin theta 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0 0 0 1. Okay, then this is our anti-clockwise directional matrix. The third is the inverse matrix, that is translate back to our origin, that is the inverse matrix. Then T2 is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 xp yp 1. Here is the x and y coordinates are. here x and y coordinates are go back to our fixed position, that is original position, and x value is decreasing in our step first. Here is the step third, the value is not decreasing, the value is same as the x and y. Okay, then after that, now form a combined matrix, that is translation into rotation into again translation, that is retranslation. Then we have multiply these three transformation matrix. First is the T1, that is translation. Second one is the rotation, that is R, into T2 is equal to retranslation. Okay, this matrix is multiplied into this one. Okay, sorry, this matrix is multiplied into this one, and the resultant matrix is this: cos theta sin theta 0, minus sin theta cos theta 0, xp yp 1. Okay, and then after that, this matrix, that is first matrix into T1 into this resultant matrix, and we get some resultant matrix, that is cos theta sin theta 0, minus sin theta cos theta 0, and this is our rotational, that is resultant rotational coordinates, minus xp into cos theta plus yp into sin theta plus xp. The second one is minus xp into sin theta minus yp into cos theta plus yp and 1. Okay, so this one is our resultant matrix. Okay, so here is the example of composite transformation. Perform a counterclockwise 45-degree rotation of triangle. Their coordinates are a of 2, 3, b of, that is b coordinates are 5, 5, c 4, 3, about the point 1, 1. Here is the, here this one our resultant matrix. Theta is equal to 45 degree. This theta value, xp and yp value are given in our example, that is theta is equal to 45 degree, xp is equal to 1 and yp is equal to 1. Substituting this value, we get, that is put this value into this resultant matrix, and we get the result, that is 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 0, minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 0, 1 minus root 2 plus 1, and this one 1. This, then a dash, b dash and c dash is equal to, this is the coordinates, that is 2, a coordinates are 2, 3, b coordinates are 5, 5, and c coordinates are 4, 3, and this one value is our w value. Okay, into this our resultant matrix, and this multiply first matrix into second, we get this resultant matrix, that is minus 1 by root 2 plus 1, 3 by root 2 plus 1, 1, 1, 8 by root 2 plus 1, 1, 1 by root 2 plus 1, then 5 by root 2 plus 1, and then 1. Okay, so this is the solution of this problem. Only we have substituted this theta and xp and yp value, and calculate the T1 into R into T2, that is this, we put this value into this resultant matrix and we get this result, and after that we calculate the a dash, b dash and c dash is equal to this matrix is multiplying into this matrix, and we get the result, that is this one. Okay, thank you so much. If any doubt in this, please contact me. Okay, thank you.